love having sex. I want other people to love having sex too.
How many times do you have sex in a week?
I wish I could have sex every day. If I had a man who could match my energy, I really would fuck every day. I personally love to do a lot of stuff like threesomes. I have a BDSM set. I have sex toys. You can have the ice cube in your mouth. Mm-hmm. When it's in your mouth, you push it to one side. Mm-hmm. So when it's in your mouth like that, your lips are cold, your tongue is cold. You push it to one side, then you can suck.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Street is Watching. This is the Loud Lounge. Call me DJ Slim, and today I'm here with my one and only sex coach who has this book out. It's called Hot Sex Every Day. It's 365 Hot Sex and Task and More.
Hot sex tasks.
Hot sex tasks and more.
Yeah.
Okay, so sex activities.
Yeah.
So that there's a difference between sex activities and sex positions, right?
Okay, so sex positions are the different positions. Usually it's about maybe oral sex, penetration. So like missionary, when the man is on top, the woman is underneath. Doggy, when the woman has bent over like a dog, but her chest is on the bed, and then like he hits it from behind. So it's just the different positions. But sex activities is variations of things you can do sexually. Okay. Kissing is a sex activity. Okay. BDSM, bondage is a sex activity. Wax play is a sex activity.
Wax play. What is
wax play? Using candle wax, like this candle, right? So what you do, you see how it's melted. Yeah. You can hold it up, you can turn it off, like blow out the let it go
flame,
off. Yeah. And then what you do is like you let it settle a bit so it cools down a bit and pour it on your partner's body. It feels nice. It's called wax play. It's a form of temperature play.
Hey.
Yeah, guys. So that's also a sex activity. So it's just different things you do sexually. So this book gives you 365 things you and your partner, if you are in an open relationship, you're not just with one person, you and your partners can do together. So your sex life is not boring.
Ladies and gentlemen, show some love to my sister, Shikah. And this conversation, Charlie, by now, I should say, boys, make a great for one side. And we want to get to know more about you. Who is Shikah?
Okay, so first thing, Shikah is a party animal. I'm a fun person. I think everybody knows that about me. They think that I'm always happy, but I have my low moods. Okay. I just have a lot of energy, so I like to party. A sex coach. I have a podcast about sex. I blog about sex. I have a book about sex. I was on radio doing a radio show about sex. I go on to the GH1 to talk about sex. So my brand is basically sex. I have a product, a lubricant, Delay Lubricants. So it's all sex aligned. I have an online sex shop. Like everything has to do with sex. Cause I like to educate. Because I know a lot. Plus, I have the certification. Plus, I realized that, like, growing up, I realized how people shy away from talking about it. And in our part of our world, we didn't get comprehensive sex education growing up. So a lot of people are ignorant. The simple things a lot of people don't know. Even their contraceptives, how to prevent pregnancy, like safe abortion, like a lot of things. So knowing that and realizing that because sex is a taboo topic and you have to have guts. Yeah. You have to be daring to do it. Me, I don't care. So in the end, I was like, I want to do something different and I want a niche that makes sense, something I can go on and on about. And sex made sense because I love having sex. And if I love having sex, I want other people to love having sex too. So
when you say you love having sex, what do you mean? Like,
I'm a very sexual person.
Like, how sexual are you? How many times do you have sex in a week?
I wish I could have sex every day, but life doesn't work that way. People get busy.
Okay, so what's the number, the largest number that you've done in a week? When I used to be in a relationship, I used to cohabitate. Okay. Because there were times that you end up doing every day. Like in the beginning of relationships, actually. Okay. When things are so hot, you end up having sex every day because everything is nice. But yeah, so I can say I've done every day before, but not back to back for like a whole month. I wish I could. If I had a man who could match my energy, I really would fuck every day. Can I use those words? Yeah, feel free. Yeah, I really would fuck every day. But yeah, people get busy and we're adults, so. Hey! Yeah, bleh, papa. Hot sex every day.
Yeah.
Now, this book presents the sex calendar. That is a handbook for couples or people who have partners to learn how to spice up their sex life. And how spicy has your sex life been?
Oh, personally, I'm very adventurous.
Okay.
But me currently, the only thing holding me back is because I'm a newly single girl. So it's just like, okay, who am I going to be with? And I like being with one person at a time. So it's like, okay, just because I'm new in the streets, my sex life is not currently the most fun. But I mean, I'm hoping that somebody would match my energy and would do a lot. Because me, I personally love to do a lot of stuff like threesomes. I have a BDSM set. I have sex toys.
Like
I want us to do
threesome?
I personally love threesomes.
Okay, as in how? Like, explain.
As in, a threesome is like, let's say you are my partner, somebody joining us.
So you want to bring another girl or another guy?
Yeah, I could bring another girl. You know, a lot of men, I've never done another guy though. I've done a threesome with another girl, not with another guy.
Okay, so I want to understand again. Wake up. Don't sleep. So I want to understand. You've been in a relationship and you told your guy that, yo, look, today I'm bringing in another girl.
That's not how it works. Let's see.
How does it work?
Okay, I'm going to explain.
Okay.
See how I said I was in a relationship. I was cohabitating. So what would happen was, because of what I do, right, I end up talking about these things a lot. Because in the end, I get lots of DMs, people asking me questions, people sharing their experiences. I have my podcast. I have to come up with outlines, topics. I was writing. So in the end, these things will come up. So it's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to, like, what are your fantasies? Yeah, so personally, for the threesomes, am I the one that brought it up? I'm trying to see. Definitely. Because the first threesome I had with my ex, right, what happened was there was a girl that liked me, sort of, and we were thinking about opening our relationship. So the girl told me how she wanted to join another couple in a throuple. A throuple is a relationship between three people.
Okay.
So, like, let's say me and my man, right? So let's say you are my man. We get a girlfriend. So she's our girlfriend. That's like a throuple. This is new. Like, it's so interesting that we're talking about this on your show. But yeah, people shouldn't give each other. But yeah, people shouldn't give each other. But yeah, so we were talking and I was like, okay, you can, because I spoke to my man at the time about it, because I was like, oh, this girl. And I showed him her pics and he was like, okay, we should meet her. So a friend of mine was doing a party, a house party out of town. So we picked her up. So we picked it up. When we're going for the party, I told my friends to reserve a room for me and my man. Okay. So they did. So after the party, she and I, like, we just were vibing, and then we went to the room and then met my man and we had a threesome. It was so fun. So that's how, like, then after we would use dating apps. So we do like Tinder. So you put in your bio. So I would use my accounts. I'll have like Tinder Gold. You subscribe, you pay monthly. Okay. So what happens is you put in your bio that I have a man, I'm in a relationship, and we're looking to meet fits or like people to chill. So what we'll do is we'll go on a date. So we'll go on a date with the girls and then we'll talk and talk and talk. And I realize it's really fun. Like, being on a date with one person can be nice. So, but if this is your partner you've been with for a while and now there's somebody new as a third person, it's different. It's more exciting.
Are you not afraid that the third person might take over? Or
take over who? I know my place now. I knew my spot was secured. That never was an issue. Okay. So I feel like doing things like that, you have to make sure you and your partner are in the right space and you're doing it for the right reasons. Because there are some men that will tell their girls to do threesomes just because they want to have sex with other girls. It's not just about the fact that I want to do a threesome. Okay. It's just to spice up. Yes, ours was just to spice up, because I like to do new stuff. I want to do a lot of different stuff. Like, if we live in a big house, I want to make sure that we are having sex in various parts of the house. We can do it on the floor. We can do it in the kitchen. We can do it in the shower. Like, let's not do it in the same place all the time. The Holy Ghost doesn't like that. God created sex now. God created sex. God created sex. God created sex. So you want to have sex in every part of the house? You have to. Don't be boring. So, hot sex every day means that spicing up your sex life, right? Just to help you, like, because in the end, so you were telling me that you're now
separated, or you're no longer?
I'm newly single, and I'm seeing how the men who wants me are acting. So I'm watching them.
How are they acting?
I'm just watching them. If you want me, like, I'm watching you. Like, I'm just not trying to settle. So I'll see.
Why are you not trying to settle?
No, asking, like, I know what I want. I know my boxes. So I'm going to make sure my boxes are ticked. Okay. If they are not ticked, I'll be okay single. Okay. Do you get it?
But you like sex, so how do you now?
Oh, right now, dear, situationships, or let's see how things go.
So you meet somebody and then you feel like, oh, this guy is good looking. I want to fuck him today. You would give him sex.
I haven't had that in a while, but if I meet somebody and there's great sexual chemistry and like I like them and the date goes well, I fuck on the first date. I personally fuck on the first date if there's chemistry. Like, why are we playing around? I'm horny, you're horny, let's do it.
Okay, so in the book, let me go through some of the content. Introduction, hot birthday treat. And part 1, we're talking about 365 days of sex 365 days of hot sex. Okay, there's one that caught my attention.
What's that?
Fingering while standing or seated.
That's nothing extra now. That's so vanilla.
Okay.
There are very extra stuff in there. How are you just seeing fingering?
Yes,
guys. Your host is. Is a vanilla boy.
I've seen using a chilled vibrator.
Yes, guys.
Okay, so you've ever been in a situation where you're having sex with your partner and your partner uses a sex toy on you, right?
Yes, it's exciting. You see how a lot of men like to think of sex toys as competitions. Yes. Because they feel like if you're using a sex toy, that doesn't mean that I'm not able to satisfy you. But it's really nice when like you're penetrating. Like, let's say you are in the there are some missionaries that like you are up and she's lying down. It's not the traditional missionary where you are so close to her body. But then when you're up like that, she can hold her vibrator on her clitoris. Because the thing with women is that less than 30% of women have orgasms from penetration. Penis and vagina. Okay. And sadly, a lot of men only focus on that. All they want to do is enter and penetrate. Yeah. That's how come a lot of women fake orgasms. Because where the fun is outside the clitoris. Okay. There's a clitoris inside though, but we're not talking about that.
We're not talking about it. One inside.
Yeah, so we're talking about the outside because a lot of women require that to have like orgasms to enjoy sex. So if you add a vibrator to the mix, it makes it easier for her to enjoy sex to an optimal level. And then, I mean, that way nobody's left hanging. She wouldn't fake an orgasm. So
in March, that is the March 1st, we are being advised to use a chilled vibrator. There is also have a threesome on 3rd March. 6th March, that is Independence Day. We are also being advised to have sex with a Ghanaian music.
Yeah, I was just being a Ghanaian girl there.
Okay, so what type of Ghanaian music are you talking about? Are we doing azonto in the bedroom, or what type of Ghanaian music?
Interestingly, I've had sex to one corner before. Just because this came up. Because on my podcast, I give a dare on each episode. And on that episode, we're just talking about what songs do you think you can never have sex to? And I said one corner. So the dare on that episode was that have sex to a song that you previously thought you could never have sex to. I did. It was so funny. Well, but yeah. But Kitty has good songs too. Kwabna, Ria Boss, It's Sophie, Dakwa. They have good songs for sex. Boyd too.
Now, school us a little bit about sex itself. How does it start for you? Like, on a good day that you're with your partner, you want to have sex, how does it start for you?
Okay, on a good day, it depends on where we are. Let's say my partner has picked me up from my house, right? And I'm horny. I'm going to start playing with him in the car.
You start playing with him in the car?
In the car.
Like how?
Like while he's driving, my hands will be on his crotch so that I can play with his dick while he's driving. And if it's not like we're in a very cool spot and maybe it's dark, the police is not around, I could suck his dick.
Whilst he's driving.
While he's driving. Or you can start slowly though, like start with like playing with his nipples if his nipples are very sensitive. That one's there, regardless of whether it's dark or daytime. Who's gonna see? Who cares? So while he's driving, like you're playing with the nipples, and then you put your no, you're just like rubbing it. Like we have a way of doing it, and then you can play with the dick. They get the message. Once you start playing, holding things, it's like okay, you want some. But it can be nice to when you meet any traffic light, it's his turn to play with you.
Hey.
You guys have... But yeah, like, so it depends on where we are. Like, if I'm home, like, let me think of an instance where, like, in my past relationship, my ex used to work from home because he was a tech guy. So he had an office where there was a time I was so horny and I wanted to have sex and I had a new lingerie. I just wore the lingerie and went to his office and then, like, I just started, like, so I got there, he just pushed... Like he just paused, we started making out and he fucked me on his desk and it was nice. So that's a way to initiate because the lingerie, me coming in, you're working, it's daytime. That's a way to initiate sex. So it really depends. If you're sleeping and you're cuddling, then you can just start grinding on it or you suck his dick. Like when if he's sleeping, like if you fall asleep together and you wake up like to me sucking your dick, that's a sign that I want to fuck you now. Or like girls have a way of moving our body, like grinding on your dick. I do that personally. Like when you're like cuddling, you're grinding on a dick as a way to like turn him on, so he gets the idea that you want to have sex.
Okay, so there was this tweet from you where you said that sometimes you would also want to get yourself in the mood before your man penetrates by walking around with...
Let's take a shot. I didn't think you bring my tweets.
Yeah, I have a lot of tweets from you. Let me fill it up for you.
Yes.
Let me fill it up for you.
Guys, take a shot. Take a shot, okay? For me, if you just go here, take a shot.
So you talked about having a what's it called? Is it a dildo or a vibrator?
A vibrator. So let me explain.
Explain.
Okay. So there are wearable vibrators. You know I told you I have a lot of sex toys, right?
Vibrators.
A wearable vibrator is a vibrator that you can have on you or inside you. Like you wear it like a garment. So there's some that is like an egg shape. Okay. That you insert. So when you insert, it's kept there. So you go out with it inside you. See how you just, your eyes, and there's this, the panty vibrator. That one, you put it in your panty, so it stays on your clitoris. Then you can go out with it. They have silent vibrations, so people wouldn't hear. So it's when, like, let's say you are my man and we go on a date, right? And you know I have a vibrator inside me. I have one that's app controlled. So once you have the app on your phone and you're connected to my vibrator, you can control the vibrations. So it's like a way to, it spices things up. It's different. It's foreplay. Because while you are changing, maybe we're on a date, we're at a concert, I'm getting turned on. Women, we need foreplay. We need to be prepared for sex. So you're starting her up. So when you get indoors, maybe you want to do it in the car, maybe you want to do it in the washroom, maybe you you go home. Like she's already ready. Like she could come. I mean, from being out with the inside her.
What's the weirdest place you've ever had sex? I'm interested.
Weird.
Like weird.
I don't think I have a weird place. I had to.
Strange or...
I've been a good girl, guys. I've been a very good girl. But there's this place in East Legon that has a pool. It has a bar. It's an outdoor, like it's a bar, like there's a bar here and then the pool and then the washroom. So what we did was I was wearing a backless dress and it was cut this way. Okay. It was cut this way. So what we did was it had a V shape. So what we did was I sat on him at the bar. It was dark. Like I was giving him a lap dance and I was fucking him. Yeah, but we fucked in the pool after. At the bar. Then we went to the washroom after.
And I was out as well.
The same place. Yeah. It was so hot because I wanted a one-time thing. So it made sense to do with him because he also sent me his test results. He went to get tested and he didn't have any infections. So I was so happy. I was like, nah, let's do everything.
Hot Sex Every Day, ladies and gentlemen, by me, Shikah. And where can we get this book in? So that I don't forget it.
Okay, guys. So it's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon.
Amazon. Type Hot Sex Every Day. If you want a hard copy, you can get it directly from me. My Instagram handle is Amishikah, AMISHIKAH. On Twitter, my handle is Amis Diaries. There's a contact you can work with, but I don't want to. Just if you want,
there are a lot of testing.
If you want a number to directly reach me, you can DM DJ Slim.
Real quick, let's now look at the importance of sex. I mean, once you're a sex coach, there are so many people that you've dealt with, and you've been able to solve their issues. What are some of the benefits that you would say are attributed to sex, having good sex or hot sex?
Okay, so good sex. First, when you have sex, right, endorphins are released. They're like some feel-good hormones. So this dopamine that's released, this oxytocin. Oxytocin is called a bonding hormone. When women give birth, our oxytocin levels are so high. So that's how come like the child feels so attached to the mom. I'm just trying to help you get it. So the oxytocin, that's why it's called the bonding hormone. When you have good sex, it's released. So then you feel closer to your partner. So for relationships, it's great because when you have good sex with your partner, after sex, you yourself mentally, emotionally, you feel like very close. That's how come people end up revealing secrets after sex, like the pillow talking, or because in that moment you feel like so close to the person. That's how come some people catch feelings after sex. Because they don't know how to separate their emotions from that close feelings they feel with the person. So that's one. So for a relationship and marriage, I'm not saying that marriages cannot survive without sex, but for the great health of your relationship, having a lot of good sex helps. Personally, as a sex coach, right, I've noticed that clients that I work with, like, because I have some married couples as clients, and there's one couple that I love so much. That's when I coached them in person, face to face once. I was just like, I love your marriage so much because it's like this is something I also want. Like this is it, because I realized that the difference between them and other couples was that they are adventurous. So they are open to doing a lot to have fun. Like they are always trying to do something fun. They would take their children to a friend so that they can go out and have sex. And they have like, I think they have a number like 2 or 3 kids. And they've been married for over like 10 years.
Wow.
And the fact that, I asked them, I was like, so are you able to consistently like have sex? They're like, sometimes we go 3 times, 4 times weekly. And it's been like that. They put in the effort to have a good time. There's some people who are fun. It's like, okay, let's do it here. Okay, let's go here. Let's go to a hotel. Let's go out of town. All that. It's different. Do you get it? You can do missionary, but how about doing it in a hotel instead of the house? Because we are always doing it in the house. The hotel
so let's change the environment.
So that's a way to spice things up. So we're not saying do the most extraordinary things. We're just saying change something little about the sex you're having. You can do role play. Act like a teacher and a stubborn student. Like just make it fun.
Do Ghanaians understand how to do role play?
What do you mean by that?
No, I just want to know. Some of the people that you've dealt with, have you been able to
You can. There are different ways to do role play. So what you have to do as somebody who is trying to spice things up is you can go on the internet, type role play scripts, just see different ideas and see which one resonates better with you. One of my favorite like ways to do role play is to meet at a bar as strangers, pretend you're strangers. So guys, if you are watching this, you are listening to this, right? If you've watched Modern Family, Claire and Phil, they used to do that. So what you do is, so let's say you are married, right? You live together, but this time I'm using my car. You're using your car. If I don't drive, I'm using an Uber. If you drive, you use your car. If you both don't drive, we use different Ubers. So we go separately. We meet at the bar. Like I introduce myself as a different person. So let's say I want to use Sandra. I'm going to say, hi, my name is Sandra. What's up? What are you doing here alone? We are working with a script. So you have to give me a different name. Tell me if you want to say you're a porn star, I'll say it. Like, just put on.
I'm Mr. Marcus.
You are acting. You get it. So you are just creating a different script. So it's like, oh, why don't you have a girlfriend? No, my girlfriend is home. Or maybe I have a girlfriend, but I'm looking for a side chick. So you're just playing around it and just trying to have fun. But while doing that, you make sure that you're being very flirty and trying to turn each other on. Because the role play in itself is a form of foreplay. So once you turn each other on, you've had the most fun, then it's like, yeah, we are horny. Where should we go to have sex? You get it? It's just it's spice, like doing different things, guys. Like, try it all. Just this month. Just tell yourself that every week I'll do something different with my partner. So you will love it.
You've introduced us to the government of Ghana is saying December in Ghana, dirty December. You are saying horny December. You're saying
dirty December. Like, have the hottest and nastiest sessions. You didn't make me finish the benefits of sex.
Okay.
Good sleep.
Good sleep.
Relieved your moods.
Yeah.
You feel better.
Yeah.
Migraines.
Yeah. Oh, really? What's your migraines too?
Yeah. Your immune system.
No migraines.
It boosts the functioning of your immune system. Sex is so healthy. It's great. Like, for a couple, for a relationship, it benefits you because, I mean, unless your partner is not enjoying the sex, that's how come, like, if you're a man and you always have to beg your wife for sex, maybe it's because you are not hitting it well and you're always concentrating on penetrating her vagina. Do you eat her out? Do you play with her clit? Like, what are you doing to make her feel good, to make sure she's wet and ready for penile penetration?
You talked about BDSM.
Yeah. Bondage, dominance, submission, sadomasochism. I'm trying to explain the BDSM.
Okay, so
the B is bondage. Bondage involves being restricted in a way, your movement. So you can either use ropes, you can use cuffs, you can use belts, anything to hold your hands together to keep you like you can't move. So there are different ways to explore that. So it's bondage. Okay, so the next one is discipline.
What is that?
Discipline is under the BDSM umbrella. The BDSM umbrella is so broad. Okay, so discipline is about being told what to do. If you don't do it, you are punished. That's why you hear it's like, hey, daddy, I've been a bad girl. Will you punish me?
Hey.
It's a BDSM thing. Like, let's say, like, you tell me, you tell me, sit here, don't move. Or keep your hands here. And I move it. You have to punish me. As a way to, like, it's a BDSM thing. Personally,
and that's supposed to arouse somebody sexually or get somebody.
Yeah, personally, I love. I'm kinky, so I like being told what to do during sex. Like, it turns me on. So it's a. So the next one is dominance. Somebody being in charge. Then the submission, you being like somebody else taking charge. The sadomasochism. Sadomasochism is about pain. Sadism, you inflict pain. Masochism, you want to experience pain. So, like, you want to be spanked. I love spanking. So it's like, okay, let me lay over your lap so you spank me. I want the pain. That's masochism. You inflicting the pain is a form of sadism. And yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie, you need this book. Me over
guys,
me.
Yeah.
This conversation, you over me.
I said go and let somebody tie you up.
I should let somebody tie me up.
So they'll suck your dick with ice. With blindfolds.
With ice.
It's so nice. Oh, guys, hold the ice.
No, explain.
There are different ways, guys. So there's kinks, right? Like the usual things we do. If you end up using the usual things, kissing, fingering, touching, it's vanilla. Anything that's outside the conventional stuff we do are kinks. Okay. So temperature play is a kink.
Okay.
So it's either you're playing with hot temperature or you're playing with cold temperature. Okay. If you want to play with hot temperature, candle wax, the wax play is a form of hot temperature play because wax is hot. So in the end, when you pour it on the skin, it bends a little, but it feels nice. Yeah, so the cold temperature play involves the use of the ice. Yeah, so with the ice, what you can do is you can have the ice cube in your mouth. When it's in your mouth, you push it to one side so So when it's in your mouth like that, your lips are cold, your tongue is cold, you push it to one side, then you can suck dick. Or because while kissing the heads of the dick, like you can just play out so that they can feel the cold. See how cold your tongue and your lips are. It can be nice. If it's hidden in your mouth, you can blow cold air over the dick or the vagina, the vulva.
Fantastic.
So like it's in your cheek, right? The ice is in your cheek. So you blow cold air over, like maybe you're eating hair out. So you blow cold air over the vulva and your tongue will feel so cold. It feels different. You might think it's not significant like that, but just because of the change in temperature, it might take her there. Do you understand? Yeah, guys, like do that, like, because there are different ways to play with ice. Sometimes you can let him lie down or let her lie down and hold the ice in your hands like this, and you see it will drip. So what you can do, I mean, if you're trying to give your partner a treat, like personally, if I want to give my man a treat, right, and let's say I want to tie you up, I let you lie down, face down, and then I'm gonna hold the ice cubes in and then let it drip on your back. Then I go to your butt. You see the butt crack? Let it drip in between the butt crack. Try to get closer to the dick, the gooch. Like that area, like it feels different and it can be nice. It can take it to the leg. So it's like you're giving him a treat. Guys, don't be boring because there's so much you can like. It's limitless. When you think about sex, like limitless things you can do together with your partner, so that it's not like we're doing the same thing all the time. It gives you something to look forward to, and you won't come and tell me sex is overrated.
Thank you so much for joining us, Shikah. Hot Sex Every Day is out. You can get it on Amazon, or if you want physical copies, just
DM me.
DM, and then we'll get it done. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Too.
And I know your podcast, Sex and Sanity, is also on
Apple.
It's on
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Deezer, Stitcher, Aftown, Radio Public. Every podcast player, I just type Sex and Sanity. Yeah.
Thank you so much. You're so great, and we wish you all the best. If you want physical copies,
DM me, guys.
You can only get it from Shikah.
It's $250.
It's $250, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Last one, your profile. I think we've talked about your profile. And how old are you anyway?
28.
28. And for our viewers, you would advise that people who are not of the right age should not indulge in sex.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so there's this concern that people who indulge in sex early quite maybe might not get to experience the right type of sex, and it might change their perception about sex. So unless you have a lot of education about it, do not get involved with it. Do you side with me on that? Yeah.
So I think when you mention the age, I don't think there's a right age for sex. It's just that you shouldn't just be a child. If you're 18 plus, great. But we're not about to pretend like people teenagers, males. Boys are the horniest as in puberty. The curiosity, your hormones doing this thing. So it's very natural for adolescents, teenagers to want to have sex or to watch porn, to masturbate. Because, I mean, already they exposed the law. See where we are currently. We are not about, and a lot of people are abused as children.
Yeah.
So they're already introduced to it in a way. What the right thing is that like, you are educated about the right way to have sex, how women can enjoy sex too, the different parts of the male genitalia, the female genitalia, different menstruation period, anything about your sexual and reproductive health. Like once you've gotten every education you need, you know about pregnancy prevention, you know about STIs, you know where to go to when maybe you know what to do. Like you have the right information. That's when I can say that you're ready for sex. But then mentally, you should be mature too, emotionally. Okay. So I'm not going to say it's 18 or what. Just, it's great if you're 18 plus, right? But it's all about knowing everything you need to know, knowing where to access the right resources. Like, let's say you want to prevent pregnancy. Do you know how to prevent pregnancy? Are you just going to have sex because you feel like you have to have sex? You don't care about STIs because people have HIV, like at least you know that, okay, I want to have sex. I feel ready for sex. Okay, I want to prevent pregnancy. What am I doing? Are we going to use a condom, or are we getting tested so that I don't catch anything from you? Or like, am I going to use a pill? Like, do you get it? You just need the right information, and you need to be mentally, emotionally ready or matured. Yes. And you should feel ready. You shouldn't do it because somebody is asking you to, because your friends are doing it. At 30, if you don't feel ready, don't have sex. Make sure you want to do it and go ahead and do it. And enjoy it. Like, please, go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite, condom or raw sex?
Why are you asking me? What kind of question is that? Why would I choose condom sex over raw sex? Let me explain myself. If I'm having sex with somebody and I know we've gotten tested, I'm not going to want to have condom sex.
Okay.
Personally, I wouldn't want to. Just that I've been in a relationship where we weren't on any other contraceptive and we're using the calendar, the app. Okay. So when my app will tell, I use period calendar. My app is period calendar. So when my app tells me you are medium, or like there's a high chance that you get pregnant, then it's either we would use a condom or he pulls out. So I've done that. Yes. So that's a thing too. It's okay to use condom. Just like if you tell me to choose between condom sex and raw sex, if we've gotten tested, I'll choose raw sex. Raw is nice now, skin to skin. But safety first. If I meet somebody, like now that I'm saying I'm on a date and I go on a date with somebody and I want to have sex with them, I'm not fucking them wrong. Because they could have something, and I'm not trying to deal with stress just because I wanted to have sex. I feel like you can enjoy sex all the years of your life and know how to deal with infections. And there's nothing wrong with I understand, and it's very natural. A lot of people have infections because you can get reckless. Condoms get torn. People are raped. Shit happens, right? We've been reckless before. If you ever get tested and you're positive, the first thing you should do, start treatment, because a lot of the infections are treatable or curable with over-the-counter medication. It's HIV that's not curable, but you can treat it. Your viral load can be undetectable. Herpes, at least when the outbreaks, you make sure you're not kissing anybody, you're not letting anybody eat you out. Like, you get it? You just know how to navigate it so that you are not infecting somebody else. Because if you care for me, you wouldn't want to infect me with an infection. Like, you wouldn't knowingly, like, you know you have HIV and you're fucking me, knowing that you have HIV and I could catch you. That's very wicked. You need to be jailed for that.
Last question.
Okay.
What type of sexual position? Now, I know that the ladies who want to get your honest opinion on this one. What type of sex has the probability of bagging that guy for life?
That guy for life. Eat his ass. And guys, eat his ass. Ride him.
Put your tongue in his anus. That's what you're trying to say.
You don't have to put it in his anus because, I mean, E. coli, I did science in school. E. coli, when we, you know the anus, the anus, you said anus, right?
Anus.
The rectum stores feces, and it's an exit route. And feces, usually harmful bacteria can be in there.
Yeah.
So if you end up consuming any of the harmful bacteria, you can get sick.
Okay,
and
so
I'm not an advocate for getting sick because of sex. So personally, me, if I'll eat ass, I want to make sure that you've cleaned your ass well. Let's shower together. So as part of foreplay, I'll play with it myself. You can play with mine too, just to make sure that your ass is clean for my tongue. And I'm not poking my tongue in your ass. I'm licking the surface. And then you suck the dick. And what you do, guys, do Kegels. Learn how to squeeze your vaginal wall so tight that he feels like you are hugging his penis or pulling him in with your vagina. Men like it so much. So learn how to do Kegels so that during sex, you can squeeze your wall so tight that he feels like you're holding his dick in. The way they react can be really, really nice. You get it?
Do you add feathers to it?
You can do the feathers one. Do it on his butt crack, his skin. Like that one, it can be nice. Use blindfolds, guys. Tell him I want to put on a show for you. Dance for him. Get t-shirts or lingerie. Get dim lighting. Put on a sexy show. Tell him I want to make you feel good. Let him just take charge. A lot of men are not used to women taking charge. So when you take charge, they like it. They say Accra girls don't like to ride for long. Please sit on him. Don't let him do a lot of work that night. Just tell him that I'm here to please you. Like, you can start by massaging his whole body. Okay, use oil, use baby oil. Okay, just don't.
King of baby oil.
Just don't have vaginal penetrative sex with baby oil, because baby oil can throw off your pH and give you an infection. And like I said, I don't believe in getting infections just because of sex. You can go about it in a safer way and then you enjoy it and nobody is worried. You get it? So guys, Kegel. So my first thing is Kegel, so that you can play with his dick, so that your vagina can hug him. It's called milking the penis. So yeah, eat his ass. But with the eating his ass, his consent is important, because a lot of Ghanaian men, they'll tell you they are freaky, but they don't want you to eat their ass. So ask him, can I eat your ass? If he says no, don't eat his ass. Just do the other things, okay? Ride him for long.
We say thank you. You people, thank you. Thank you so much for watching.
You have to give me a name of your dick.
My dick should also have a name.
Yeah, give your dick a name.
Hey.
My vagina has a name now. I do on my podcast.
Okay, so
because it's your podcast. I'm asking.
So what's the name of your vagina?
Nose Candy.
Nose Candy.
Because she's addictive as hell.
Oh, okay. Mine is baby oil. Thanks a lot for watching us. Street was watching loud.